to the code, and yeah, so let's run through it. This is our footer. I gave it a padding at the top of 10. So this is here. The padding is here, just between these elements, the inside. This is 10% right here. A width of 100%, so it covers the whole screen. Then a background color of gray. This is a light gray. I used 200, so this is another gray shade. And then I gave it a border at the bottom, a solid black border at the bottom and the top. So it is these borders right here. I can just increase the size just to illustrate the point so you can see what I mean. There you go. Yeah, that looks horrible, but yeah, that's what it does. So yeah, so that's what I did. So basically inside the footer, I gave it a color of gray, and then I gave it borders at the top and the bottom, and made it cover the whole screen by giving it 100% width. And then inside the H3 text that I created, I aligned it to the center and then gave it color white. So it is this text right here, code, art, and philosophy. And at social media button container, this is the container that contains the social media buttons. I gave it a width of 7%, which is why it's covering such a small part of it, and it's also aligned to the center. But I'll tell you how I did that. I gave it a padding of 5 pixels, a margin of auto, display flex, and then I say justify content center. This is what allows me to then center all of this, because anything that is within the container will be centered automatically. So that's what justify content does. And then border, 1 pixel solid white. This is this white border around it. And I gave, yes, basically this is this border with the white color. And the border radius, yes, 20 pixels. This is what this does. Like you see, if I remove, okay, now I'll just make the border radius into 1. And this is what happens. You see, so now it doesn't have rounded corners, it's got sharp corners, and basically that's what border radius does. So you just give it, the higher the number is, the more rounded the corners will be. So the last number was, yes, the last value that I gave it was 20 pixels, and this is what gives it this rounded effect that you see over here. Okay, so that's that for the social media button container, and then I targeted the link element. The link element is basically that holds all these where these letters are, like these little round dots or these circles with letters inside of them. This is the link tag. I just basically gave it a background color of black, which is what makes it look like this. So it gives it this circular style. I also gave it a width of 25%. What that does is, because the main container is a flex box, then it will just basically occupy 25% of the width of whatever the container size is. So obviously, since the width of the container is 7%, it will just basically use 25% of that 7%. If that makes any sense. Then the padding is 3 pixels by 0. The background color is black. Text is aligned. The border radius is 50%, which is what makes it a full circle. So if I say 50%, then it just basically takes the whole thing, just makes it a full circle. If I say 10%, you see, it will be a rounded squares. So that's basically what that does. But I will go back to my circles. That's how I like it. You can do it how you like. So that's what that does, and I give it a margin of 0 by 10 pixels, and then the text decoration line is none. If this is not there, then this is what will happen. you will have these underlinings over here, which I do not want. So I said none, and then I gave it a color of white. So there we go. This is basically what we did with this, with what we've learned about style. So what is it that you've learned today? Well, you've learned how to use a border radius, how to round elements. You can add a background color, you can add padding, you can manipulate the width. You can either use actual fixed values or you can use percentage. Then you've got your border radius. No, the border radius I've mentioned. You've got your border where you can change. You can basically add a border, make it however thick you want it. You can use solid, or I'll just make an example here of other types of. I think it should be dashed. Other types of borders that you could use. You see, now it's got a dashed border. I'll just make it. Let's make it 10. See, that's what it does. Kind of looks interesting. Yes, that's what the dashes do. Or maybe I could make it smaller and then it will, see, so that's what dashed is. Or I could use dotted. Yes, so this will be just, yeah, dots. It'll be a dotted line. So yeah, that's what borders does. And yes, justify content allows me to basically center this. Otherwise, if I did not do that, then it would look something like, whoa. Yeah. What the hell? Huh? Wait, that can't be. I mean, what am I missing here? Something's off. Just know that. Okay, never mind. What else? Yeah, so you've learned quite a lot here. So now you can basically create a basic website and you can assign it pages now. Yes, I could do all of this, but this would take forever, so I decided not to. But yeah, this is your basic lesson for on CSS. For an in-depth session, please let me know if you like what I did, if you want some more. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna do for now. This is what we've covered for now, and yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. So thanks a lot, thanks for your time, thanks for tuning in. It was awesome creating this tutorial. So yeah, till the next time we see each other, peace out. It's been awesome. Yo. Recording ended.